Welcome to Bullshit TV, and I'm your host. On today's docket, we talking about the Bank of America collapse. Okay, so just like how Donald Trump had the two, like Silicon Valley and the other bank that happened in New York, they collapsed because of whatever the fuck. I don't know what really happened, but I know motherfuckers were scared and they had to start withdrawing their money out these banking accounts. So as of right now, Bank of America is being accused. I believe it because the shit ain't making sense because they just closed my account not that long ago. I done had this account since 2017 and y'all closed my account with no acknowledgement. I mean, y'all told me about it after y'all did it. But anyway, Bank of America has been accused of opening millions of accounts. So I don't know if the accounts is being opened with their customers that's already have accounts. So for an example, the way that I understand it, Bank of America open accounts with existing customers. So let's just say you just have a savings account. They went and opened another account, like a checkings account, a 401k account. Like I keep saying, and I've said it numerous times on this platform, I am not a legal attorney. I have not went to school for the shit. I just read the laws and I apply it to what I see. And sometimes the shit don't make sense because the rights of humanity. You know what I'm saying? So when I say that, if you don't pay your bills on time, you might get evicted out of your house. But if this lady is 83 years old or a motherfucker that got a bunch of kids, they need at least a grace period. You can't just throw them out in the street. That's how I see it. But anyway, Bank of America is allegedly opening up banking accounts, fraudulently adding on double dip fees and all some other shit. You can come look it up right now. This is the shit I be talking about. And I be telling people to look at your transactions because the government is trying to take paper money that the money that you spend, you smell, you play with, you flip upside down. They trying to fucking take that out of the picture. So if they take it out of the picture and you only using a card, and then once you use the card and that money is gone, even if the money is only if it's a certain amount of funds that's only supposed to come out, but then you do your fucking history, transaction homework, or your history, then it shows that you do money. But they're going to sit there and tell you 7 days, 24 hours, all this shit. But it took them 30 seconds to take your shit out of your own account. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. I got to stop using these cards. Keep the money, the physical money in the game. Because once you take it out, it's over with. And now that's how even if you don't have a banking account and you don't put all your money into the banking system, whatever you do put in there, they gonna hold it. And there's nothing you can fucking do until they release it. And you seen that's what they did with Wendy Williams. She could have been crazy, but Wells Fargo held her money. And we know Wendy Williams is making cash fucking money. So for them to hold her account, you think they ain't gonna hold your motherfucking account too? So Bank of America, again, they just went through a lawsuit not even 2 years ago for discrimination policies. You feel what I'm saying? But now affirmative action done came into play. They feel like they ain't gotta do shit because affirmative action is only affecting the schooling system. But that's a gateway to other shit. Even though people of color, number one, niggas, it's been feeling this shit since the time of fucking slavery ended. And now we really gonna feel the pain. But you know what? Y'all better start fucking reading. Y'all better start voting. Y'all better start causing raising hell. Because guess what? Donald Trump done did it. This motherfucker's a goddamn felon. And he's still running for fucking office. But they trying to tell a felon you can't get a certain job because you a felon, but it's a felon in Congress. You remember the motherfuckers down in the Tennessee 3? They wasn't doing shit wrong, and they got constituents that was pissing, literally urinating in the seats of another Congress member. I'm just saying, I don't want to see that organ of a man, but shit, if you got the tape, I want to see this shit because that's unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Motherfuckers, people out here with fucking charges, and you say as long as they do their time, they do the crime, do their time. You did your time. You paid your debt to society, but they still holding it against you. But Donald Trump, everybody else, Matt Gaetz ass, they have evidence of this motherfucker taking a child over state lines for sexual gratification. Meaning he was molesting the fucking kid and he ain't lost his motherfucking job. And what the fuck he do? Try to get a pardon from Donald motherfucking Trump. Criminals are all for criminals. I'm not saying a criminal or a felon can't be, you know what I'm saying? Resurrected, whatever the fuck y'all call it, because I can't think of the word right now. But when you actively doing crimes, you should not have nothing. This motherfucker, I don't even think they told Donald Trump he need a bond. Tax evasion, rape, and this motherfucker still ain't in prison. And you telling me, since I was a public nuisance and I was drunk, you want to throw me in jail. But you can't throw this motherfucker in jail. This motherfucker fucking with the feds. He telling the feds, y'all lying on me. Because we all presumably proven innocent till guilty, whatever the fuck. But I feel like if you getting charges, except for if it's niggas, because niggas be getting falsely accused all the time. And if you think I'm lying, you can look this shit up till today. Motherfuckers that did 50 years is getting released from prison for wrongfully convicted. You feel what I'm saying? Because they own attorney didn't go get the fucking right evidence and presented it to the court, or they had the shit thrown out. So this man done did 50 years in prison for something he didn't do. And guess what? Now that I'm on 10 and I'm on talking about Donald Trump, you remember the them boys down there in New York. It was back in the 1980s, maybe the 1990s, early 1990s. They was convicted. It was 6 of them for raping or sexually assaulting a white woman, and then they come to find out they didn't do it, right? So Donald Trump, when he was in office, he tried to extradite them back into the system after it was evidence that proven that they didn't do it. But one of the men that was convicted and tried, I don't know how the shit happened, how to end, but they free now. They living their life. I know a couple of them went and did their own business. A couple of them went back to school, because I keep saying a couple of them because it was a bunch of them. A bunch of black little boys accused of something they didn't do. And the mentality of that shit is fucked up to me. I don't care. I don't care. We are not a business plan. We are people. But Donald Trump sat there and, they should go back to jail. They did it. Woo, woo, woo. They didn't fucking do it. One thing they may be guilty of is being outside of the house at a certain time just because of the police fucking with niggas. It was a dude that wasn't even part of the case. He just went down to the police department for his friend, to be a friend, and he got locked the fuck up. Think I'm lying? Look it up. But he's running for congressman in New York. I hope he win. I hope people listen to his story. I hope people understand him, even if you ain't even go through no shit like that. I hope you really do listen to this man's story, because the shit that man went through as a kid, you feel me? He's a man of all men. That man didn't fold. He kept telling them, I didn't do that. No, I don't know what you're talking about. No. Couple of those men parents actually convicted them of the crimes that they didn't do. Because one dude, his daddy told him to tell him what they want to hear, just because of the fear. And he was trying to help his son, but unknowingly, he convicted his own son. So by the time he found out what the fuck he did, it was too late. He became sick and he left his family. So when he left his family, I understand that shit. You trying to do the right thing. You want your son to come home and the fucking police keep fucking with niggas, because it was really going on back then. Really, really going on back then. 3 strikes you out. You remember Joe Biden? Y'all keep wanting to talk about this nigga about that shit? Yes. But as I keep saying, welcome to Bullshit TV. If you got anything to say, I am your host. Please come at me respectfully, because if you don't, I might get blocked from Facebook, YouTube, or whoever the fuck. Because I am growing and I'm trying to change, but I am not there yet. But you can say what you want to say respectfully. Let me know. I'll comment, I'll share, I will subscribe. But yeah, so that's what's on today's docket. Banking of America again about some shady shit. That sounds like a RICO case to me. Just like they throwing a RICO case on Donald Trump, this is a RICO case against Bank of America. Because how is you fraudulently opening up other banking accounts without the acknowledgement of the already existing consumer? And then you sit here doing this extra shit with extra fees. I knew that shit sound fishy. I knew it. They closed my banking account over some bullshit. But since I'm trying to let shit go, way of the water, just to see this shit. Now I want to go up there and act a fucking fool. But until then, see y'all next time.